IShowSpeed is probably one of the most dangerous black men in the world right now. And not for the reason you think. Dangerous because he's dismantling centuries of propaganda in 60-second clips. For generations, Western media and power structure spent billions in painting Africa as savage, dangerous, poor, working tirelessly to divide Africans on the continent and our family in the diaspora. Made many black Americans believe they would be hated here, that they would never belong. Then a young black streamer from America lands in South Africa, Angola, Kenya, Rwanda, and what happens? Love, country to country, city to city, overwhelming love. Artists hand him portraits, kids chant his name, elders bless him, street vendors feed him real food. Every city, every border, welcome home. Now, some will say, well, he's famous, of course he gets love. But fame didn't protect him everywhere. In parts of Europe or Asia where he is just as known, he was met with racial slurs, monkey noises, people literally throwing bananas. On this continent, he's valued, respected, protected and celebrated. Here's why this matters more than you think. Speed's audience is young. Millions who've had zero touch points with Africa beyond negative headlines and history classes filled with lies. He's not just talking to people who are already aware. He's introducing a lot of new people, the next generation, to a side of Africa they desperately tried to hide. His live streams show real kindness. He's making respect for Africa go viral. He's changing the message from be careful to you must visit and experience this for yourself. This matters because narrative shapes movement. When a 16-year-old black American in Chicago who's been told his whole life that there's no food in Africa watches Speed taste local food in Zimbabwe and say, why is the meat so good? It breaks that lie in seconds. Now imagine black teens across the Americas. Watch how people on the continent embrace Speed like a cousin. Something shifts fundamentally. Maybe Africa isn't just struggle. Maybe Africa is me. And that's the danger. Dangerous to a long-running story that kept many away from the continent, away from its people, talent, and opportunities. Once you witness the love and feel seen, the old script stops working. You start planning trips that will build bridges, lead to real meaningful relationships, cultural projects, and business ideas. That means money, skills, and attention flowing toward African cities, not away from them. I left Germany behind and built a new life in Africa because what many of us already knew, IShowSpeed is proving live and reminding everyone who missed it. This is home. Africa is where we are valued, welcomed, respected, and able to build. Follow for more to join my journey of building a new purpose-driven life in Africa and a short-term rental business that creates home bases for my family across Africa.
Listen, I'm very happy that Speed, the streamer Speed, has went to Africa and done his IRL stream there. I'm very happy that there are a lot of people that are having realizations and changed minds about Africa and how beautiful it is, and the fact that Africans do not hate us, the fact that we need to build a bridge and unite the nations, African Americans in Africa. We've been needing to fix that relationship. We've been needing to mend that wound. But y'all have to also understand, and this is part of the problem, that we only pay attention when a celebrity does something. There have been plenty and countless content creators that have gotten on this camera and said how beautiful Africa is, that have gotten on this camera and said how much the Africans love us and they don't hate us. And it ain't nothing like that European reject is teaching you. It ain't nothing like the pretendian is teaching you. It ain't nothing like none of them self-hatred warriors, identity crisis warriors are teaching you. We have to stop contributing to the problem. Just because a celebrity says something, now all of a sudden it's law. We have to stop doing that. There have been plenty of people out here telling y'all about Africa. And now all of a sudden I'm seeing people crying on camera and telling me, oh my God, I didn't know. I thought it was just all lions, mud, and huts. How did you think that? Why did you think that? So you ain't finna get off that easy with me. I'm happy you having the realization moment. But see, it's a lot of self-hatred in a lot of you. It's a lot of anti-blackness in a lot of you. Your ideology is very clan memberish. But you get a streamer that goes to Africa and now all of a sudden you want to unite Africans and African Americans. It's great that y'all are having this realization, but maybe do your homework. But maybe you should have done your research before assuming what you was taught is law. Maybe you shouldn't have just assumed that Africa ain't nothing but lions, mud, and huts. Maybe you shouldn't have assumed that the Africans hate you all because some self-hatred warrior told you so. All because some identity crisis warrior told you so. Speed's own father is an identity crisis warrior. Go look up when Speed was trying to tell him about Africa and how that man started fidgeting and couldn't stop moving and sitting up there going through all the little demonic little possessions trying to avoid him being African. Imagine a black person trying to avoid being African. It's like a damn penguin trying to avoid snow. It's like water trying to avoid H2O. You think just because I live in America, my grandmother's from America, my great-grandmother's from America, that don't mean nothing. We was the first to migrate. We are the original people. We did everything before everybody. Tell me, what's the upside to distancing ourselves from Africa? What, you want to get closer to a European reject? What, you think the European reject finna save you because you done distanced yourself from your ancestry? What's the upside? It's so much dumb shit being said. Motherfucker gonna tell me that we should stop identifying as being black. Do you know why black and white exists? Black and white, we call ourselves black because white folks made whiteness the top of the food chain. White supremacy, everything white is right. Everything was about being white. So we are black as black power, black unity, black excellence, black love. We understand we not actually black, stupid. Nobody's saying we actually a fucking crayon color. But what it is a status symbol, if we allow it to be. It's a title of pride and courage. We don't need to stop identifying as black. You need to stop identifying as black because you act more like a Klan member anyway. Hey, we black, we African American, we American African, we Africans. We are everything wrapped into one. That's how beautiful this community is. That's how beautiful we are. That is our potential. That is the uniqueness of us. But y'all listen to these buckethead motherfuckers talking about nothing, overthinking their way into oblivion. So damn traumatized all throughout life that they can't even love themselves. Gotta over analytically think and understand. Just because you label yourself a critical thinker, you can overthink your way into being an idiot too.
Imagine touring Harare with one of the biggest streamers on the planet, IShowSpeed. From the iconic Mbeya statue, cruising through the gigantic Trabablas interchange to soaking up culture at Mbari Art Space. We then hit the go-kart track where Mukomana almost cried after being squandered by magic in a race. We took it straight to the streets. A raw soccer match with the pride of Mavuku, Maviruvira, junior team I presume. Pure vibes, pure Zimbabwe. And this wasn't just entertainment. 47 million people worldwide tuned in to experience the awesomeness. That's almost 3 times Zimbabwe's population watching us live. Tourism exposure like this, massive. And yes, we leveraged it. As a travel content creator, I was lucky to witness it all. Linking up with local celebrities, Hattie Perry, Yaya Good Vibes, Shashel, Anga Dipisomurudo Neskomana Speed. 98! Hadn't spoken his proper English in a while. If I or Speed hadn't showed up, I'd took it like Britain King. Mudiwa Jani, the man who came to Chief Ben's rescue. We appreciate you, bro. New title, Chief Jani. Oh yeah, it wasn't just the somewhat broke content creators around. Speed wasn't the only millionaire there. I won't mention names, but just know. Tinonga Tinao. Maishona Kungeyaka Vute. See what I did there? Truth be told, I had fun. I agree 100. A win is a win.
Why does IShowSpeed enjoy king-like treatment in Africa? No one realizes he did 3 things to win everyone's heart. Speed arrived secretly in Africa, and at first not many people noticed him. But strangely, in less than 3 hours, nearly all the locals appeared to welcome him. What happened to cause such a big change? First, Speed always spread kindness. In Angola, he met a young boy working as a shoe shiner. While the bodyguards tried to remove him, Speed not only squatted down to listen to his wishes, but also gave him $100 for his family's support. He also encouraged a local sculptor, expressing shock at the sculpture, and then mimicking the expression on it, rewarding him with $100. Additionally, Speed worked hard to promote local stores. He tried local restaurants, bought several pairs of glasses from the shopping street, and even purchased an entire suit in the 30°C weather, wearing it right there in the shop. Most importantly, Speed started a live stream donation campaign. He actively played soccer with the kids and took part in fitness challenges. He partnered with the South Africa Education Foundation, donating $120,000 raised during the live stream to poor children. He also used half of his live stream income to renovate a soccer field in South Africa. Do you think Speed did the right thing? Why did IShowSpeed cry when leaving Kenya? 3 things the people of Kenya did that deeply moved him. I Show Speed has completely fallen in love with Kenya. He praised it as the best city in Africa and even cried in the helicopter as he was leaving. So what happened to make Speed so emotional? First, the people of Kenya made I Show Speed a hot celebrity. When I Show Speed arrived in Kenya, he was warmly welcomed by the students, who even maintained order and cleared a path for him. Whenever he reached a location, countless fans surrounded him, and the crowd was so enthusiastic that 3 bodyguards had to protect him for him to move around. Additionally, Kenya had already made full preparations. When I Show Speed visited the food street, almost every shop warmly welcomed him. They taught him how to make ugali and even showed him how to prepare chapati. Staff even took him to Kenya's zoo, where they enthusiastically invited him to feed giraffes, and even the lions seemed to like him. Most importantly, I Show Speed received a very warm welcome in Kenya. Along the way, I Show Speed received various gifts. The people of Kenya even customized a bus with his face on it, gave him an oversized portrait, and gifted him a bracelet with the Kenyan flag. When I Show Speed was about to leave, he even met with Kenya's president. I wonder, do you like Kenya as a city?